Hello, everybody, and welcome back to United States Cup 2023. We are here with the first match of the weekend. New matchups, new pool, and players ready to play. We have got Pennsylvania versus Arizona, 10 versus 13 seeds, and this is a loser's bracket match. So these two teams are fighting to keep themselves alive in the tournament and do better than they did last year. I'm iFlame, joined today by It's Pigeon. How are things going?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, this is quite the exciting match. Obviously, first match of the weekend, but losers bracket, and it's really kind of crazy to see either of these two teams so facing up against each other in losers bracket this early on. Especially for Pennsylvania's really surprised me to see them in losers bracket already, but Arizona getting knocked down, I think it was Colorado in week 1.
Yep.
So, yeah, gonna be quite the interesting matchup here between these two teams.
Yeah, actually, coincidentally, last year, both these teams dropped out of the tournament in this very match. So one of these two teams is going to have a better USC performance than they did last year. Although, to be fair to Arizona, they got knocked out by Ohio, who was the 2 seed last year in the losers bracket early on. So that's just a really rough losers bracket matchup to start. But I feel like Arizona has been a little bit underrated. You know, I've heard a lot of people kind of favoring Pennsylvania for this match, but Arizona has looked really good. Players like Bunny, like Sunwraith, and even Lolzep, especially last week, have really been stepping up for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. Arizona, very, very, very strong roster as well. Players like Emla, Hagawabla, Zractive. I believe I commentated one of their matches either last weekend or maybe the week prior. And they were showing that, you know, they might be in losers bracket, but they are definitely still in this tournament. Yeah, this is going to be quite the match, hopefully.
Yep, and we've got, looks like first pick is the choice for Arizona. Makes a lot of sense. I believe it was second ban for Pennsylvania. I did miss that, but I don't think they ever go for the first ban. So we've got, sounds to me like a speed warm-up. We'll see, 240 speed warm-up maybe?
Yeah, if this is the map that I think it is, this is just straight streets?
I think so, yeah. It is a trainer map, so it might just be one of those maps that is like be very awkward. Oh, this is apparently free mod 3 sped up.
Is that allowed?
I don't think it is. Usually you're not allowed to have the same song, but because this is a trainer pack and it just uses the same song, I know you're not allowed to use maps in the same map set, for sure.
But I believe this is the
Oh, it's just the exact map? That is definitely not allowed then.
Unless maybe they're just trying to like scare them a little and be like, hey, you know, we can play this even faster. But
maybe.
Okay, I guess they're gonna
play it.
Okay.
Oh,
maybe different then.
I stand corrected. It's free mod 4, not free mod 3. Not bad. But regardless, that is generally not allowed, but they got away with it this time. So yeah, honestly, pretty brilliant play here for this is Arizona's warm-up? I think so. They're gonna get all the information, although it is Reign of Fear and Ordinary. So right now, you've got players all over the place. You've got two Arizona players on the Pennsylvania side. You've got one Arizona player on the right side, and two Pennsylvania players on the Arizona side, because why not?
Yeah, this is, I don't think I've ever seen this in a tournament before. Generally just because, like, doesn't seem like it should be allowed. But, interesting warm-up. I guess they really like the song. Or they really want it banned. One or the other.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's really shown anything to get this map banned, so that one might not work out too well for them. But while we're doing the warm-ups, this is a pretty long one, so why don't we talk about these two teams a bit. On the side of Pennsylvania, we have got Empress, Bunny Like Money, Danini, Sunwraith, Astrovia, and Lolzep. And this is a team that honestly didn't look super great in round of 32, but they really, really leveled up in round of 16, looking so much better. Had some really, really good scores across the tournament, I think. Based on their round of 16 scores, they were a top 5 team in the tournament, but of course, early rounds is a new match, new pool, and with USC pools, every pool can be very different and favor very different skill sets from the last, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but all that to say, Pennsylvania has looked really good recently. They're a team that really does not like the reading at all, so I would probably look towards, generally, I would look towards a rating ban for Pennsylvania, but last week, they did get the second best score on the No Mod 5, and Arizona has been another team that's banned out the reading every time, so I think with that number 2 overall No Mod 5 score in mind, Arizona is probably just going to be forced to play the rating that they just are not comfortable on in any way.
Yeah, I mean, especially with like a player such as like Lolzep specifically, if you aren't aware of him, he is just on pretty much every single easy leaderboard I feel like I've ever looked at, and he's just got a score on that. One of the best reading players of my time. And yeah, I mean, it's really like, we've only got 2 bans this time around. We are switching things up. This is best of 13 now instead of best of 11. 2 bans for each team. So there's only so much you can get out of the pool.
Yeah, I think that's a really good call out as well. Of course, we do have, I believe, 2 really kind of low AR maps in the pool, the No Mod 5 and the Hidden 3. And No Mod 3 is rating, but since it's not low AR, Arizona might have a little bit of an easier time with it. I'm not 100% sure. But these 2 teams have had very similar skill sets throughout the tournament. Both teams have really loved to go for those hard rock picks throughout the tournament. Pennsylvania, I think, has looked a little bit better on it, but it's going to be an interesting dynamic where no map is free, right? Pennsylvania wants to pick the hard rock, but Arizona also wants to pick the hard rock. So we'll see if either team feels like they can leave those picks until later and hope that the other team picks some of their maps for them. A very real possibility. And I think there is, because of that, not at all unlikely that we see quite a few breakpoints over the match.
Yeah, I can't imagine there should be hardly any breakpoints this match. I think both teams are going into this knowing exactly what they are wanting to pick and what they think that they will be winning over the other team.
Yeah, but skill sets similar. I do think, would agree, they definitely know what they want to pick, but with the similar skill sets of these teams, I think we're going to see at least a couple upsets on maps that teams might not have been expecting. Because, both teams have struggled on the hidden a little bit as well. So it's just, skill sets are very, very matched across the board, and I think personally that always makes for the most interesting matchups, as opposed to the matches where it's like, all right, this team wins all the speed, this team wins all the reading. It's like 4-4 because every team has their reading and their speed maps, and then it's just like, RNG in the last couple maps. So I expect this will be a good one. And Electromagnetic Stealth Girl, born in Philadelphia, the classic Pennsylvania warm-up. I'll give this, so Pennsylvania has this warm-up every week. I'll give the backstory on it one more time. Pennsylvania had divided themselves up into Pennsylvania East and West mappers. Both mappers mapped a set of this song, and I'd imagine somebody or other voted on it. Somebody in chat will know who actually did the voting. But regardless, the Pennsylvania East mappers won, and so this map is 75% of the East Pennsylvania mapping and 25% West Pennsylvania mapping, but very fun competition. And there you go. Apparently it's Jazag who did the voting on that one. It's actually a very, very fun map, though. It seems really well mapped. But to be fair, I just appreciate Camellia maps so I might be a little biased.
Yeah, I'm probably not too much of a opposing voice here myself, as I too very much appreciate Chameleon maps. This is one that I think is, just from the looks of it, is probably pretty fun.
I mean, I think if I had to guess, like I said earlier, Arizona is probably going to be looking to ban out those reading picks, but do you have any ideas of what Pennsylvania might be looking to ban out on their end this time around, considering, I mean, they have banned out reading the last 2 weeks, and this time probably don't need to. Could definitely see them trying to ban out the speed into, you know, Reign of Fear, Hemlaw, who are both very good DT players. But we will have to see, as we got a bit of quarter of the warm-up left to go, and then we will be into the match. I very much also appreciate about the Pennsylvania warm-up is that it's actually not only is it a great map and a banger, but it's only 2 minutes long. So they're not making us suffer through 10 minutes worth of warm-ups.
Very convenient.
And we appreciate Pennsylvania for that. I think this pool is really interesting as well, because a lot of the mod categories are very, I think the overall pool is a little more balanced, but the individual mod categories themselves are very heavily skewed towards certain skill sets. For example, you look at the Nomad, you've got 2 just tech picks in the Nomad pool. And so a team that does really well on the Nomad tech could be favored there. And for example, look at this Hard Rock pool, right? We've got Hard Rock 1, we've got Hard Rock 3, which are both just 2 different styles of alt maps, really. And I think that's really going to favor a player like Bunny Like Money, who has looked really good on the Hard Rock 4 Pennsylvania. And not only that, has been solid on the alt as well. So having so many alt Hard Rock picks in the pool is going to be great for Pennsylvania. We do get the HD1 ban out of Arizona first, followed up by a DT2 ban from Pennsylvania. No surprises on the DT2 ban, but Hidden 1, it's a little bit surprising to me. I guess Arizona feels like they just can't match Pennsylvania on the Hidden, which is fair. You know, they do have players like Sunwraith, UN Chris, who are solid on the Hidden. But Arizona, it feels like they should have a pretty solid and Lulzeb, of course, but it feels like they should have a pretty decent Hidden roster themselves between, you know, Majiro and Agawabla. Regardless, Nomad 5 ban, as expected. Do not want that reading. Of course, this does leave that the Hidden 3 open for Pennsylvania, low AR Hidden, and I expect they're going to look good on. Oh, sorry. Huh? Oh yeah, sorry. I've got this backwards here. Don't mind me. It is a DT2 ban for Arizona, and Pennsylvania ban out the Nomad 5 HD1.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up.
These are
very...
In which case, I'm very surprised by the bans, because I was like, Arizona banning Hidden, you know, Nomad 5 and Pennsylvania bans DT2. That makes a lot of sense. But Arizona with Hemlaw and, you know, Reign of Fear, I feel like they should be solid on the DTs, but I guess those 2 players not feeling comfortable on that one. So going to ban it out, and it's going to be a Nomad 4 ban for Arizona. I like this as well. Pennsylvania got the number 3 overall score on Nomad 4 last week. Now that was alt favored. This Nomad 4 is going to be more slider tech, but Pennsylvania does have a strong tech team, and it's the HD2 pick for Pennsylvania. Big fan of this pick from them. I do think they are favored on the Hidden, which is why I was surprised they banned out the HD1.
Yeah, I'm thinking they banned HD1 specifically just because maybe they think they're slightly slower than Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, it must be a speed question. I mean, this is, yeah.
This is
Go ahead.
also still 234. So, and yeah, No Mod 4, I was gonna say if we actually saw it, this would have been, one of the first No Mod 4s that you would expect to be in like a No Mod 4 slot in most other tournament pooling.
Yeah. And
So,
just to clear it up, the DT2 ban from Arizona is not a speed ban like it would typically be. It is like a very old linear map, 2009 map. So I think they just are not comfortable on those older style alt focus DT maps, which I think is AR7 before DT. So it is another low AR.
AR9 with DT.
Yeah. Can be really tough if you're not used to it. Imagine we're going to see possibly Lulzep in for this hidden 2.
Yeah, I'd imagine either Lulzep or Sunwraith to come in.
Nini, though, instead. Really interesting.
Stepping in for the side of Pennsylvania.
Danini, not typically the HD focused player, but I do think Danini has looked really good on these more aim picks. So we'll see how it goes. This one is a little bit speedy as well. A few bursts that are 234 shouldn't be too big of a deal for any of these players, but it's definitely something to watch out for. And here we go. First map of round of quarterfinals. Pennsylvania, Arizona. Round of 8 indeed.
Immediately we see trades from Imla and Danini on the first few streams. Or, no? Yeah, those were actual trades. Sorry, for a moment I thought that was Bancho client. Client side misses.
Yeah, now there aren't two, there goes Press as well now, so it's going to be advantage to Arizona. Now the burst, there are some more bursts and towards the middle of this map, and so the players we have seen miss on the burst so far have been Empress, Danini, and Emla. And if those players miss in the middle of the map, that could be very disastrous because that cuts your score in half compared to the max score effectively, especially considering they've already dropped their combos. Would be a really bad place to miss. So they've got an easier section now, which is going to be great for Arizona as they build up this combo. Despite Bunny Like Money just having absurd accuracy, it's still Arizona with the accuracy. There goes Emla. That's a big miss now. Pennsylvania is going to have a chance to come back. Oh, there goes Bunny Like Money. Drops the SS, finds the miss. And that's going to be huge. Arizona has a massive advantage right now. They have the combo lead. Oh, there goes Empress as well. And that is probably it right there.
Season 9, Danini dropping their combo as well for Pennsylvania. This is most certainly going to be a point towards Arizona.
And we see Danini on a little bit lower accuracy than the rest of the lobby, just not having a good time with the hidden. I mean, this is pretty much what we expected from Danini, right? Able to get the combo, but just not as comfortable with the hidden or the speed, actually. Has been dropping accuracy on a lot of these bursts. And I mean, what a start from Arizona. This is going to be 2 FCs, and Emla is not on a bad score at all. It's still going to be 600,000, and that's a 1,000,000 point score difference for the first map here.
Yeah, very impressive accuracy from Emla too, even with the early miss and the miss just shortly after that, about halfway through the map. Still a 99.28% accuracy. Bunny Like Money finding those very, very unfortunate misses. Still wouldn't have been enough, but just absolute insane accuracy between those two players.
Yeah, really, really well done.
First point over to Arizona. Again, this is best of 13, so first to 6 rather than first to 5. Slightly longer matches, slightly bigger pool to compensate for that.
And was that a Pennsylvania pick? I remember.
I don't remember, honestly. Probably should know that.
Definitely should remember.
Yeah.
We are, you know, we're good at our jobs.
You know,
We do good
first
things.
match of the weekend.
Okay.
We're getting back into it. It's been about a week. And
I was
honestly,
right. I'm not going crazy. That was Pennsylvania's pick, so it's going to be an early break point for Arizona, which is going to be huge for their confidence, especially considering I think a lot of people consider Pennsylvania to be the favorites going into this match, and now Arizona are going to have a chance to get off to the 2-0 lead. Now, you have mentioned a couple times now the best of 13, and I think that's going to be really important because when you have the longer match, the early break point doesn't feel quite as bad. Yes, it sucks because it's your first pick, but they have lots of time to find a break point back, and it doesn't feel as kind of damaging as when you've only got, you know, first to 5 and, you know, you lose 1 point and all of a sudden you have like 2 maps before your opponent is just winning.
yeah, Hidden 3 coming out immediately after the Hidden 2 pick there. Sudo pick time. This is the very classic AR8 hidden pick.
Yep.
It's about the same length as the previous map, so honestly, going to be probably a different showing, I'd imagine, just because of the BPM being so drastically different, and the style of mapping too. This is not a burst map like we saw in the previous one, so it's going to be much more reading aim focused.
Yeah, AR8 makes a lot of sense. Pennsylvania just doesn't really have the lineup for this kind of a AR8 hidden that Arizona has. I feel like on Pennsylvania, they're going to be relying very heavily on Lolzep and UEmpress, whereas Hagawabla, Mishiro, and even Ordinary maybe are like, Ordinary to a bit lesser extent, are all at the very least capable of playing the pick. And this is like a really interesting change of direction so far in this map. So outside of this match, both of these teams have played quite a bit of Hidden, but have not looked good on it. And now we've got Hidden picks back-to-back. Arizona looked incredible on it, and now go for the HD2. And I think, you know, against a lot of teams, Arizona probably doesn't pick the HD2, but with Pennsylvania not having a lineup for it, I think it gives them the confidence to go for this pick, even if they might not feel the best on it themselves. But we'll see how it goes. If Pennsylvania can get one back, this is really linear as well. Big thing to watch out for on this map is going to be the chorus sections, of course. There are some very brutal linear patterns that take you across the screen and back, and for me personally, I find those especially hard with the Hidden, but I'm also terrible at Hidden, so, you know, it is what it is.
No, definitely challenging patterns for sure. I don't expect there to be a 6-way FD on this map.
No, not a chance. Here we go, into the first chorus, and the combos are decently sized. It's not going to be the end of the world to miss here. And this is the easier part of the chorus section, right? You're going across the map, but things are pretty slow. And here's the hard section. Mishiro finds the first miss, traded back by Lolzep, but Ordinary now. Advantage to Pennsylvania. There is still a little bit left to go. We'll see if Pennsylvania finds any more missions. Mishiro finds another one. So does Ordinary, but Hagawabla holds, so Arizona are still in it.
Yeah, currently the 1FC to 2 will be a slight score advantage building up here for Pennsylvania as we are about halfway through the map. Again, this is a fairly short map, so the score advantage is going to be climbing drastically while we're getting to the next chorus section.
Yeah, look at the accuracies as well. Ordinary down at 94 and no combo, really hurting Arizona right now. And the score lead is up to 300,000. I'm not sure. The only way Arizona comes back here is if we see that UEmpress and Sunwraith both miss on this next chorus section, and Hagawabla needs to hold. So does Majiro. If either of those two players miss, it is over in a heartbeat. And here we go. Lolzep, Ordinary, not what's the matter. There goes Sunwraith. They just need one more. Oh, Majiro finds the miss, and that's probably going to be, I don't think there's enough time to come back. Hagawabla finds the miss as well. And there it is, breakpoint traded right back, and it's Empress with, I don't want to say it yet, but looking good. Oh, there goes Empress. It was close.
Empress, yeah. Not going to see any empties this match, unfortunately, on this map. However, still a very impressive showing for the side of Pennsylvania. That one being Arizona's pick. I'm kind of curious why these teams picked what they did. I feel like maybe the picks got swapped a little bit. But regardless, this is going to be second breakpoint of the match, making the score 1-1.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't necessarily dislike the picks in theory, but I do dislike them being picked this early on, right? It feels like solid picks in the later stage when you maybe don't have as many options. But for the time being, I think there's so many options left in the pool, and I think both of these teams do have quite a few skill sets that are more obviously favored to them. We've got a Fremont 3 pick out of Pennsylvania, and this Fremont 3 is going to be the CS5 aim control stream pick. I mean, it is stream pick, but it is kind of more aim control heavy streams as opposed to stream stamina at 172 BPM.
I think you've got them swapped around. This is going to be the 200 BPM CS4 one.
You're very right. I have swapped my Fremont 3s and Fremont 4s. No wonder.
They threw us off with them picking the sped up version of Fremont 4, and then we were talking about how Fremont 4 was Fremont 3. It just, we can go ahead and blame the players on this one, I think.
Me and the Fremont pool are just not getting along today. It's okay. We just hope that nobody else picks Fremont 3 or 4 after this, and things will be okay, and everybody will forget about this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think once this map's over, we can move on from the curse of Fremont 3 not being Fremont 3.
Yep, this one is interesting. Let's talk about these rosters. Bunny is going to be on the Hard Rock. Danini and Sunray is unusual. Usually they have either Lulzep or Empress in to take the hidden. But I guess it's going to have to be Sunray on the hidden this time around. And Arizona, they have very, very clear rosters. It is going to be Wagga Wabla on the hidden every time. Emlaw is probably going to be on the Hard Rock, is their best Hard Rock player, but we did see Emlaw take the Nomad last week, but doubt that'll be the case on this pick.
And yeah, just as you said, hidden for Sunray, Hard Rock for Money, Danini, nothing for the Nomad. Keep it safe, keep it simple. Overmodding is a blessing, but it's not required.
We got the mods, right? We've recovered our free mod. We'll see if the teams can recover their free mod, though, as Client does typical Client things.
Yes, it would not be a tournament match without Bancho doing something silly.
Yep. Okay, we got the panic. All the players have loaded in, and we should have the map. Maybe we could get, if the referee could just ask the players to stay in the lobby for 5 to 10 seconds, maybe 15, after the map ends so that we can actually see the end screens, because there might be some delay there.
Yeah, a little, I believe this is Bancho side. I don't believe Emlaw has missed at all. His cursor aiming upside down, as if he wasn't playing with Hard Rock.
You'd think it would have fixed by now, though. Usually Bancho fixes within 5-10 seconds. I think that was an actual miss. Maybe Bancho just didn't display it properly, but it's not a relevant miss at all because 20 combo behind is not a big deal. What is a bigger deal is that Emlaw is at 93% on this Hard Rock, and up against Bunny Like Money, who is just so incredibly good at Hard Rock and has been all tournament long, is on 99.5. That is disgusting accuracy.
A really impressive player. I've just been seeing them rising up a lot this past year. To see them performing like this in the tournament setting is always something wonderful to watch. But we do see a very unfortunate miss for Sunrise coming into this first PI.
That's
Really
gonna be the
still favoring Pennsylvania, which only because of the low accuracy for MLA, but
yeah, but
he's holding strong.
yeah. Nobody from Arizona found a miss on the end of that quarter section. There is a big jump section. If Arizona can hold through this, they are going to be in the driver's seat as the score flips over. And oh, there goes Hogwabbler right before the slow section. That's going to stop the leading for Pennsylvania and even switch the lead back over pretty soon as Pennsylvania stops dropping their accuracy. And yeah, as with a lot of other tournaments like USC, you get to see a lot of up-and-coming players that have improved a lot, especially over past years, that you might not see in open ranked tournaments, international ones, because all the focus is on the kind of more already known players. Oh, Bunny and Reactive trade, but that's going to be big because X Reactive was on the no mod. So, oh, Sunwraith again. Now it's just Danini versus Mlaw, but Hogawabla has a supporting combo. Oh, Hogawabla throws away. Oh, there goes Mlaw. Now it's just Danini holding on the no mod, and Pennsylvania are going to start to run away with this one if Danini can hold through the chorus.
Going strong through there. Just need to stay solid on these 1-2s.
Oh, Danini nearly under-aims that pattern, but does hold on, and I think that's going to be enough because there's no combo left on Arizona. Even with Sunwraith and Bunny dropping, it is too little for Arizona. There's just probably not enough time unless we see a complete meltdown, but Danini is going off on this now at one more tough section.
Yeah, already about a 200,000 score lead for Pennsylvania going into this final section. Arizona needs misses from Danini, but I'm not certain that it would be enough time for them.
No, they're just out of time. Map is done now. Even if Danini doesn't get the FC, it does not matter, but I think that's an FC from Danini. That is really, really impressive.
Yeah, I do believe that is a full... If he can hold on.
Oh no. We
That's
saved
not over
too
yet.
soon. I'd feel really bad if Danini missed. Okay, we're good.
Surely not.
We're in the clear.
Awesome. All right. You know, we could do that once or twice, you know. It's allowed. Commentator curse is a thing, but you know, it doesn't always work. So well done for Pennsylvania. I'm gonna make the score lead in favor, 2-1. That was their pick, so no more break points as of yet. Yeah, impressive scores. I mean, the 3 miss from Sunwraith, unfortunate timings on the misses, but still a solid hidden score. And then Hogawabla with the 2 miss matched that. Yeah, just really unfortunate break timings. They just came right around the middle of the map, and it just wasn't where you needed the misses to happen. Yeah, obviously you don't want the misses to happen, but that's probably the worst spot to have them happen.
Certainly is, and I'm wondering if we just see. It is honestly really tough to find the pick for Arizona because it doesn't feel like they have any maps that they're heavily favored on, but they have quite a few maps that they are a little bit favored on, right? Things like the DT4 or 3, I feel like they would have a good chance on. Hard Rock would be risky, but could look good.
Hard Rock 2, they might opt in for if they do go through the Hard Rock route. They have solid precision players. But yeah, just a DT4.
There it is. And Arizona, very quickly, going to get their MLAW X-Reactive Reign of Fear. This is their go-to lineup for all the DT and Hard Rock picks. Pennsylvania, we've got Bunny. We should just be getting probably Danini back in, but maybe Lulzep in for the last player.
No, it wasn't like doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah, but who else?
He
I mean,
probably,
really...
and this isn't anything against Lulzep, but he'd probably be double tapping.
Yeah, I mean, this is the GT4 is going to be the finger control DT pick, and it is only 213 BPM. But who else plays it for Pennsylvania, right? I guess
I
Empress
have
could
no
come
idea.
in as well, but
Juventus-
Astrovia actually
Astrovia
in
comes
instead. First time this match. And should just be a moment while we wait for that last player. My guess is going to be Janini, but we'll find out shortly.
And yeah, it is going to be Empress. I have to imagine these are probably the two rosters that are going to be seen. Into the fourth pick of the match. Yeah, we do have Empress, Astrovia, Bunny Like Money for the side of Pennsylvania, and on the side of Arizona, we have Reign of Fear, Reactive, and MLaw.
Okay,
Ooh, and
there's
some very odd misses already from MLaw and Reactive. I just want to make this score favoring Pennsylvania here, but yeah, they both missed on the exact same note, so.
yeah, not long enough that it shouldn't make a huge difference, but there goes Reign of Fear now, and 300 combo in. This is where the misses are starting to matter, and it's not going to be a huge lead for Pennsylvania, but big enough that they're going to start getting a pretty sizable score lead if we don't see some misses from them soon. And now, Pennsylvania are in the driver's seat. If anybody from Pennsylvania FCs this map, there might just be no chance for Arizona. Astrovia and Extractive do trade. That's going to help out Arizona. But they really need it to be holding on to their combos. I'm not sure they can afford to trade at this point in the map, especially with their bigger combos. A lot of pressure on MLaw, who has recovered to 500, but Empress and Bunny looking good so far.
Yeah, and with another miss from Reign of Fear, that is going to be no FCs for the side of Arizona. MLaw currently brought back their combo, significant amount, to get into this section here. But it's just going to be ever so climbing for Pennsylvania.
Oh, there goes Empress. That's a big miss. But again, Bunny Like Money still in the FC. And if, oh, there goes MLaw. I think that could just be it. There is extra active on 500, but Astrovia is matching now, and there is nobody anywhere close to Bunny Like Money, who's just going to run away with this pick. 400, 500,000 is going to be the score lead. Empress, Astrovia, fine misses for Pennsylvania, but Bunny Like Money is the one who doesn't miss, and as long as Bunny doesn't miss, nothing else matters in this map.
Yeah, I mean, score lead already over 500,000 and still climbing. Fully off of Bunny Like Money's combo here. This is looking pretty one for Pennsylvania. I don't believe there is any chance for Arizona to come back here with such little time left in the map.
Bunny is just doing it again. I mean, this is what we saw with the earlier HD pick. Bunny just went off, put up the 900,000 score, and won the pick for the team, and Bunny is doing it yet again. I've been so impressed with Bunny, who's really stepped up this year for Pennsylvania, and has looked so good on a variety of mods. You know, this is like a DT finger control pick, has looked incredible on the Hard Rock, just popped off on a hidden pick, and just really nice to see for Pennsylvania. And that's going to be another break point.
Yeah, that was Arizona's pick. If you're Pennsylvania here, you're feeling pretty good. Up 3-1. Only need 3 more points to win. However, there are no more hiddens left in the pool. This hidden 1 was banned out, so I'm curious to see where they're gonna go for now.
Actually, even in hindsight, right, I don't dislike the pick from Arizona. Pennsylvania historically has not been a team that has wanted to play those kinds of maps. And if you look at the supporting combos, Reign of Fear and Hemlaw were matching the scores of UN Pris and Dystrovia. It was all even there. They just, I'd imagine, didn't expect Bunny like Money to FC, and Extractive on the 750k against a lot of teams. That's enough to get you there. Against Money like Money, it's not an FC, and that is a lost point. So not a bad pick in hindsight. Don't blame Arizona for that one, but they are at a deficit now. If Pennsylvania can take the Hard Rock 3 that they've just picked, they could be up by 3 here, and that's when things start to get very scary for Arizona. But both these teams are quite solid at Hard Rock. It's going to be a tech, awkward aim pick. Main section of the map is tech, the tech of course, but there is some awkward aim at the start and ends of the map that could occasionally catch people out, might cause a few misses. I would be surprised to see Ordinary in for the HR. I'm not sure in that case who they're taking out between Reign of Fear and Extractive. And it looks like it's going to be Reign of Fear setting out for this one. Maybe Reign of Fear not feeling comfortable on this one, but it's a little bit surprising. Pennsylvania lineup, very much expected. And this is another one.
Coming back in. Sunwraith as well.
There's another one where I'd say keep an eye on Bunny, who has been the standout Hard Rock player for Pennsylvania all tournament, and has been having just a really, really good match so far. But while I would probably favor Pennsylvania, this shouldn't be a super one-sided map, right? Extractive and Emla are both very solid on the Hard Rock as well.
Yeah, definitely not a guaranteed tonight, or a guaranteed pick, sorry.
Emla, though, does find an early miss on the aim sections. I know the aim section at the start isn't going to make a big deal, but oh, there goes Ordinary now. There's a very similar aim section at the end of this map after the big tech section. So when the combos get big, you really can't afford to be missing on these aim sections that, okay, a lot of people seem to be really having a tough time with this aim section, and we've got only 2 players still holding their combos, and that's Bunny and Danini. And so Pennsylvania is going to be off to a decent lead early, and it's going to be nice for them, but what's really going to matter is how they can hold through the tech section, because Arizona, I think, is going to have a chance to make a comeback in this tech section coming up, but it really doesn't start until about a third of the way through the map, so we still got quite a bit of time before we get there. About 10 seconds from now, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, short here, coming into this TI section.
Danini. Arizona goes into this at a deficit. They need to find it back. Okay, there goes everybody except for Ordinary.
Everywhere.
And yeah, Ordinary has a chance to bring this one back, but he's held for a little bit longer. There goes Ordinary Emlaw, and nobody on Pennsylvania trades it back this time, so that's going to keep Pennsylvania in the lead as well. But Pennsylvania doesn't have much combo to keep pushing the score lead, so things are going to stay close until we see those combos get rebuilt a little bit, and we see the next big tech session. There goes Emlaw, missing on nothing. When the map is this close, you can't be missing on those patterns. Ordinary just... was that like 6 misses from Ordinary? I don't know what is going on there.
Yeah, and, you know, combo lead aside, Pennsylvania does have a significant accuracy advantage across all 3 players.
Full reset?
Another miss, yeah. Full reset here. Zeractive holding on to a little bit of combo, but as I say that, of course, yeah, missing just a very unfortunate spot to drop combo.
And now we're back into the aim section that Arizona was really struggling on at the start of this map. I mean, it's definitely not over, but it feels like Arizona has really been just shooting themselves in the foot again and again on this pick. They've consistently been beating out Pennsylvania on the actual hard tech sections in the map. and just missing on the easiest game sections, the sliders, and there goes Extractive again, and there's a quarter of the map to go, but this might be it. There's just not any big combos on Arizona. There goes Ordinary again, and that's it. MLaw just can't do it. Yes, the Nini traded, but Sunwraith and Bunny like money on 400s. It's very, very tough for Arizona to make a comeback here. And one more hard section, but there goes Extractive, there goes Ordinary. And it's going to be 4th point for Pennsylvania.
I believe this was Pennsylvania's pick.
It was.
Yeah, Arizona not necessarily going to be too upset about this. However, you know, there have been just a lot of random misses that I don't feel like really should have happened, but that is kind of the nature of this map. It's just
It is.
very chaotic.
Yeah,
Yeah, MLaw dropping the final big combo of this map. Going to be little combos across the board here on the end screen. Pennsylvania is making this 4-1.
And I have to imagine, if I had to guess, probably just the mental aspect for Arizona. Maybe some nerves coming into play, because the places that they were finding consistent misses, I can't imagine they're finding that many misses on those same sections in practice. But I think they very easily could have taken this point with a little bit less, well, obviously with a few less misses, but that's just how it goes, and they have the pick. But this pick, they need to make it count. If Pennsylvania gets on match point and you're down 5-1, it is nearly impossible to maybe come back from there.
Yeah, they absolutely have to get themselves together, shake off the nerves. I imagine there's quite a bit of it right now, and just kind of go into this next pick full confidence.
Yeah, it's tough though. I thought the GT4 would be good for them last time around, and so did they, but it didn't work out for them. And I was kind of looking at potentially the GT3 as the other pick that I would like for them, but after losing the GT4, I think you're a lot more hesitant to go for that second GT. And so maybe we see them opt for... It's really hard to say. It really is. Maybe we see them go for... maybe they have to go for tech pick, but they just lost on the tech. Although, to be fair, they look great on the tech section, just not the aim section, so I feel like tech is probably the play for them. They are running out of time, though. They do need to pick soon. But Fremont 2, it is going to be the tech, and it is going to be the speed tech. I forgot this pick was in the pool. I think this pick is great for them. They've got MLaw, they've got Rain of Fear, but Extractive over... No, it's going to be Hagawabla, because they need somebody in for the hidden, and Hagawabla is solid at the speed as well. So this allows... actually, I think it's going to be Rain of Fear on the Hard Rock this time. We saw a similar thing last week where MLaw generally is the Hard Rock player, but on the speed picks, Rain of Fear likes to take the Hard Rock so that MLaw can have a bit of an easier time on the Nomad. And it's just going to be standard stuff for Pennsylvania Bunny Hard Rock, Danini, and last player, hard to say, probably Lulzep, very possibly. For the hidden, not generally known as a speed player, but has improved a lot in the speed department since the last USC. So I could see it as an option for them.
Yeah, some late swaps coming out here. Chris coming in.
Okay, so Chris for the hidden.
Nini stepping back in as well.
So this map is 250 BPM. And while a lot of the map is pretty tech focused, at about the halfway point of the map, there's a very, very burst heavy section that is quite long and tough at 250 BPM. So, you can't just be good at the tech and cheese your way through the streams just enough to hold on to your combo. You need to be fast enough to hit that burst section in the middle. That is going to be the key section of the map, I think.
Yeah, interesting here. Arizona opting to do a little bit of overmodding. 2 hard rocks here from both Rain of Fear and Emma.
Yeah, that seems like a really big risk. This map is AR 9.5 before the hard rock, and so it doesn't feel like the hard rock is obviously not making the map any easier, but feels like a very unnecessary risk for Arizona considering they're down. But they might prove me wrong. Emla and Rain of Fear are both looking good, pretty good so far, but the accuracy is a problem right now for both players, and you have to think the accuracy might be a fair bit better for Emla on the no mod. But the key is that nobody has dropped the FCs, so there goes Rain of Fear actually, first drop, and that's one of the hard rock.
Emla and Rain of Fear actually both dropped very early on.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so it was I think they dropped on about the same note, generally speaking. Yeah, Rain of Fear struggling to hold on to the combo. That is always the big risk when it comes to overmodding, is you kind of want to guarantee that players that are taking those extra mods can hold on to the combo.
Yeah, only way it makes any sense really is if the players feel like the hard rock doesn't actually add any difficulty for them, but Emla does have a really nice recovery, and Hagawabla is there, so if we see some of these Pennsylvania FCs drop off, there is still time for Arizona to make a comeback, but they're running out of time very, very quickly as we've only got a quarter of the map to go, and this is still a 3-way for Pennsylvania. They've all survived the burst section. There goes you, Empress. 1 down for Pennsylvania. We need at least 1 more, though. Bunny and Danini are still going strong. There goes Hagawabla. That's going to be it. And Pennsylvania are on match point. Bunny trades it back, but with Danini holding, they are going to secure yet another breakpoint for themselves.
Emla having brought back their combo with a very early miss. It's just not going to be enough. I mean, there were 3 players I've seen coming into this final section of the map for the side of Pennsylvania, and yeah, it's going to be match point now. Yet another break point for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and yet another really good play from Danini, who has been another stellar player in this match for Pennsylvania. And it's so interesting that somehow Pennsylvania just looks stronger and stronger each week as a team. I mean, they've consistently had 1, often even 2 players holding those super, super high combos late into the map. And Pennsylvania, if they can, I mean, really either team will be terrifying going into the next round of losers bracket. Because this is not like, don't feel like losers bracket scores, right? This is a nearly 3-way FC into the last quarter of the map for Pennsylvania. Arizona is also at something like 2.6 million, which is still a very, very strong score. And so this is honestly possibly one of the strongest loose bracket matchups that we're going to see for the whole weekend. We've got a quick DT3 pick out of Pennsylvania. They are looking to close this one out on No Scared 1 OK Rock.
Potentially the last map of this match. This is the shortest double time, and one of the shortest maps in the entire pool.
I mean, it is kind of your DT1 of the pool, in the sense that it is just pretty standard aim DT, AR 10.3, not super heavy on the burst, not too many, no crazy sliders or anything like that. It is just tried and true DT aim. That is going to be a very practiced skill set for a lot of these players. We'll see how they can perform. Astrovia back in for the DTT. Arizona with their core 3 that they have in for all the DTs, most of the hard rocks. These are the 3 that are going to be trying to keep Arizona's tournament alive here. They have one last chance. It's a lot of pressure, but these are certainly the three to do it if they can. Danini, Empress, Astrovia looking to beat their last year's placement and move on to the next stage of Losers Bracket. Here we go. Good lucks in the chat. Should be getting into it any moment now.
Yeah, map number 7. Pennsylvania looking to close this out. Arizona needs to hold on. They need to put up some significant scores here. An immediate miss from Reign of Fear on the very first burst.
Miss you're not too worried about, but what is concerning are the accuracies, and the second miss, when you see that, you start to worry a little bit, because it is starting to become a pattern for Reign of Fear. It needs to get some recovery combo. I mean, you would rather have the misses early on than later, but the key there is that you stop missing at some point in the map, and so far, Reign of Fear hasn't been able to do so, as it's now 3 FCs to 2 Pennsylvania.
And with Imwa missing there too, it's only going to be just a little bit left in the map. Honestly, we're almost halfway through. Score lead's 200,000 and climbing. The accuracy advantage for Pennsylvania is so big. Imwa dropping combo yet again. Reign of Fear falling shortly after. It is just Ractive. And yeah, this is looking really rough for Arizona. However, Astrovia does find the first miss for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, not quite enough. As long as Extractive holds, they're going to be in it for now, but I think at this point, they're going to need both FCs to fall off Pennsylvania, and with how good Vinny has been playing so far this match, I'm not sure I see it happening. Look at the accuracies as well. There goes X-Reactive. Arizona, all combos have dropped. Reign of Fear does not have any recovery. There goes Reign of Fear as well. And Pennsylvania will undoubtedly be the victors in this match, taking it 6-1 as Danini and Empress, never mind, only Danini, looking to close this one out with yet another full combo.
Yeah, this is going to be it for Arizona, unfortunately. They had a good run. They didn't know winner's bracket until last week, so all things considered, not too bad. However, it was just not enough. I mean, such impressive scores for the side of Pennsylvania all throughout the match. There's little you can do. But that will be the end to their run. Pennsylvania is going to be facing off against the winner of Tennessee and Oklahoma, which is going to be a little bit later tonight. And that will be at 1 UTC. Saturday, which is, what is that?
Later
9
tonight.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific
2 hours from now.
Yes.
Yeah, but Arizona, unfortunately, are going to be matching their placements from last year. And again, it was a strong performance from them. Obviously, never feels great to lose, but I think they put up really good scores. And to be quite honest, they probably would have beat at least half the other teams in the losers bracket. So just a bit of an unlucky draw there, but that's how it goes. I mean, Arizona has really been taking a beating in these quarterfinals round 1 losers bracket matchups. First, it's Ohio, the 2 seed. And now it's Pennsylvania, definitely one of the stronger teams in losers bracket. So unfortunate for them, but very, very well played. You have to give so much credit to Pennsylvania, who switched out 5 players from USC last year. Bunny like money, the only remaining player from last year's Pennsylvania roster. And with players like Empress, you know, Danini, who was insane this match, you know, and even Astrovia, Molzep, they just have such a great core this year. I expect to see them improve a lot and go far in this tournament. And I think if they can keep these core of players for future USCs, this is a state that has a really bright future ahead of them. But with that being said, that is going to be it for us. Once again, we will be back at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 UTC, 2 hours from now. So stay tuned for that. Should be a good match. I have been iFlame. Thank you to Pigeon for commentating me, and as always, Keys for the stream. Thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you have a good one.
Have a good night.